Congratulations. I am very sorry that I am late. I thought it was in June.
Okay, no reason. This is Harry.
Hello, congratulations. Congratulations.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Say ma'am, please.
Ma'am, you for the rest of my life.
So when we walk here. So Mayur is not let us start.
मैं पीती रहूँगी सर पानी.
Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. May I now request all of you to please... Sahira Kashyap Khurana to please come upon stage. Also the authors of book Seven Personas of Eve, Dr. Anju Kapoor and Harry Kurup. May I request Miss Bulbul Bhattacharya, who is going to read one excerpt from the book for us, to be on the stage with us. So many special guests here today. So I was talking about seven personas of Eve, and everyone has read about Adam and Eve before. Eve was created from the rib of Adam by God himself, Jehovah, as per the Hebrew translation of Bible. And Eve had so many colors, so many facets to its own personality, her own personality, right from becoming the creator of the world, becoming the companion and the equal of Adam, the first man, the first couple of Eden's garden, and also, emotional and weak side, where she succumbed to the serpent's conspiracy, where she has, it's a very private gathering. All right, so 7 different people who are real, and they have a story which is worth sharing. And these are the 2 people here who have lived them, living their story. And a person who can juggle with so many hats, a person with a multiple colors to her own personality, a person who has started her career as the postgraduate in mass media and journalism, and then moved on to so many different walks of life, everywhere proved herself, lived her dream, moved on, started with another journey, again lived her dream, and moved on, and she's still moving on and on and on, growing as a person, growing as a professional. So put your hands together to welcome our guest of honor today, a writer, a producer, a director, PR company that she started, right? I know that. There was one visiting card of the one employee of the company which says CEO of her PR company. That was her visiting card. Is that right? She was the only employee of the company. But in a small place, compared to Mumbai or Delhi, maybe Chandigarh is a small place. It's not as small as it used to be then. But yeah, in a small place like Chandigarh, starting a PR company of her own, right? Way back, maybe 15, 20 years ago, that was. Programming head at 92.7. इतना किया क्यों आपने? But yeah, in fact, what she has, referred as identity crisis on several occasions is actually, I will call it, like a Superman, Spider-Man, who wants to jump from one tower to the other to just have a thrill of that swing in between. For that, of course, when you have to catch hold of the other thread, you have to let go the previous one that you were clinging upon. And that's what she has done, several times in her life. And I'm sure she will be doing it. She will continue doing it. All right. We have two wonderful authors here. Dr. Anju Kapoor. In the education field, it's a very well-known name. But apart from that, she also has several sides to her personality. Harry has started his career as a teacher, professor, but constantly exploring the possibility of, finding out new sides to his persona and how he can, also discover himself differently, transform himself into something else. So before we begin, I would request Dr. Anju Kapoor to please come here. Welcome all of you on this occasion, and then we will move on. Dr. Mrs. Anju Kapoor.
Continue from here. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, heartfelt gratitude to everyone who's made it here, especially Tahira, Hari's little girl, Akshara. I must tell you that he was on tenterhooks till the end, whether they are coming or not. And just as we were eagerly awaiting our guest of honor, we were also awaiting this little 40-day-old baby. So thank you, all of you, for making us feel so special. I wouldn't take too much time, but I would like to say that my foray into book writing has a lot to do also with Tahira. We used to sit and discuss when she was writing her first book, Promise. And that's the time when I was contemplating writing my first book. So I would take tips from her and, how do you do it? How do you build a character? And we were colleagues in a department of mass media, which we've all left behind long back now. But she invited me. Coincidentally, I was just saying, life is a big circle. She once, when she was launching her book, she first invited me, and that's the first ever book launch I ever attended. And because I was so nervous going for a book launch alone, I called another colleague and dragged her with me and said that, come along with me in the evening, it's at Bandra, and that happened to be Bulbul. And today they're all here when our book launch is happening here. And so grateful that Tahira showed me a vision that once you not only write a book, even if you present it well, it creates a difference. And I have done this more so because, of course, for Harry, it's his first book, and there are so many of you young students here who may take inspiration from the stories, yes, but also from events like these. Your mass media or your IT or whatever students you are, eventually you take back from here, and you also try and emulate. I did that. I emulated what she was doing. I enjoyed her first book launch, and I saw how a book is released. And she completed the circle for me when I just sent her a text message a few days back saying, Tahira, I'm wanting to do this book. Would you be my guest of honor? And let me tell you, despite her busy schedule, she's doing a film right now. She immediately responded within less than 30 minutes, I think, saying, yes, I'll be there. And that's what I want to talk about, how strong Eves are. There are Eves all around us. Of course, there are men also. That's the reason why I got a guy to, add light to the characters we were developing, because I didn't want this to be a book about, men bashing. This is not a book about men bashing. This is a perspective on the lives of real women. All the characters, the 7 characters that we chose, we've met them, we know them. And when Harry came onto the scene with me to write and to explore, we realized that we could synergize our energies together, put together our creative inputs, and improve each other's drafts. When we kept writing, so somebody asked us yesterday, which is the one has Harry written and which is the one you've written? We looked at each other and we sort of lost track who has written. It somehow became like a joint writing effort. We took a short story format for you youngsters, basically, because we realized that youngsters don't read books. And you give up a book halfway or midway. So it's okay. Out of the 7 stories, even if you read 3 or 4 of them, we'd be happy. And we look forward to your feedback on this. And I'll hand over now the mic back again to...
Thank you so much, ma'am. Harry?
I'm not going to speak much. I've poured myself out in the book. I would prefer you read the book and hear my sound there. But thank you so much for taking this time out and coming over here and joining us in this very special occasion. Would like to specially thank Tahira ma'am. I'm 100% sure she doesn't remember me, but I have interviewed her once for a website called Bollywood Wala. I had taken your interview when you had just finished shooting for your movie called Toffee. So we met at Andheri, and I've interviewed her, but yeah, it's a thread. So probably my next book would be on that. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Harry. And Tahira, all these people are waiting here not to hear me. So over to you, Tahira ma'am.
Please don't call me ma'am to begin with. So, I really hope you all, first of all, read all the 7 stories. I'm sure it's not going to be a task. She has more her expectations have been sort of reduced. I'm sure you can live up to them. Please read the 7 stories. And it's beautiful how we all are connected in some way or the other, and that's how life is. All of us who are sitting out here probably will have a connection here, and somehow it'll come back to us someday or the other. This is what I've started believing in really deeply, the sense of cause and effect. So we all are connected deeply, deeply. Seeing so many familiar faces. Hello, ma'am. Navita, ma'am. Hello, hello. All these familiar faces. I am transported 10 years back when I used to teach at UPG College and also Nationals College, where I met Anju ma'am. And it was one of the first jobs that I had picked up in Bombay. I was a mass media and journalism teacher and professor. And I used to have this, whenever I used to enter my class, I used to have this facade of being this really unapproachable person, because the difference between me and the students, the age difference was very less. So I wanted to be taken very seriously. So I had this don't mess with me kind of a look. Some people could read through it, and some students were genuinely scared. I'm sorry if scared them because I didn't mean to. But this is when I met, Anju ma'am, and she was one of the few people who not only poured her heart and soul into what she was doing, which was teaching, but also she was passionate about other aspects too, like writing. And like she rightly said, we had connected at that time and had written a book, and she always wanted to write a book, and it's unbelievable how that dream has manifested for her a decade later, and it's unbelievable. You're a perfect epitome of an inspiration, of someone who dreams, who harbors that dream and kind of manifests it. So it is unbelievable. Congratulations for that. Congratulations. So, and your work and your dream, it has completely in line with a few words that I'm reminded of. So I follow Nichiren's Buddhism, and I've mentioned it time and again. I don't leave any opportunity to kind of mention it, but I swear by these words, because I've faced a lot of problems. Each one of us does. But this philosophy has really helped me sail through, and not still sail through, because each one of us does that. Just sail through joyously. I think that's when it becomes a worthy experience. So, want to quote my mentor, Mr. Daisaku Ikeda, and I'm just paraphrasing it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said, we should never say this is impossible and sort of buy into that belief and say, I can't do this. The entire universe, the power of the entire universe, it resides within us. And when we say, I can do it, we break through the barriers of our own self-imposed, limitations and restrictions. And that's victory in itself. So you really have done that for all of us. Thank you so much, and all the best for this book. It's going to be amazing, I'm sure.
But we can see a book with you with few pink marks on that. And probably the audience is also expecting that we will be having a slice of the book. So maybe if an excerpt can be read from the book, one of your favorite stories.
So I'm going to read something. Oh, the baby is crying. Yeah. Oh, that's like a responsible father. Hmm. Should we continue? Okay. That's the name of the story. So it's from this short story called Goodbye, Madam Ji, The Himalayan Adventure. What do you mean? We connected because we were student and teacher. I'm in touch with so many of my former students. It is but natural that we keep in touch with those who resonate at the same wavelength, Amya replied. What I mean is, our friendship is different. I wanted to meet you personally ever since that night in Pune when we spoke on the lawns because I felt some strange connection with you. But I was startled with my own reactions to you. I could not handle what your presence was doing to me. It was something I'd never experienced before. Sajid stopped to finish the last bite of the food on his plate and signaled to the waiter to clear up. He looked up at Amya again and continued. For years together, I have been fighting with people first, then with myself. I wasn't sure why I had run away from the first person who had begun to look at me with so much compassion and yet did not expect anything in return except my own good. You were bringing about a change in me, Madam Ji. I was so excited when you responded to my mails a few months ago. But it took me so long to recognize that I need not be afraid of what was happening to me because of you. And frankly, it was on my bucket list, right from the time I spoke with you on the lawns that night, to spend this kind of time with you, near you. I hope you will hear me out tonight, Madam Ji. His voice slowly dropped in tempo and pitch. Amya was unprepared for this reaction and moved uncomfortably in her chair. Pulling her warm jacket closer, she looked towards the waiter signaling, conveying her readiness to go back to her room. Sajid saw this and immediately took her hand in his. Please, Madam Ji, hear what I have been wanting to say for so long. I have in the past 15 years or so learned some things about myself. More than learning from others, I feel life has taught me some things through painful experience. I never believed in a soul or afterlife or previous connections. Hell, I never even believed in God for a long time. But today, I think many great love stories are lost because when two people meet, they do not know their destinations on earth. And often they are so focused on their own quest that they do not allow time to get to know to each other because they're always searching for something or someone better. And then they lose the opportunity of simply holding on to something that was making them feel so good in the first place. In doing so, they stop listening to their own inner voice, a voice that has been giving them a signal saying, "This feels right." I now realize that so many years ago, I was running away, not from you, but from my own self, my own inner feelings. Some of these feelings involved you.
As real as a person, and yes, these 7 stories are in a chronological order. They are about 7 real people. In fact, one such real person is with us today. May I request Shraddha Srivastav to please come here? One of the 7 personas of Eve, Shraddha Srivastav, will share her story, her feelings with us.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So my story revolved around being bullied And the consequence of that was PTSD and depression. And ma'am was witness to all of that and also great support through all of that. So when she chose to write about it, I was extremely excited for the simple reason that A, she was there, so her perspective is not of a third person. And B, her and my hope was that this story could help someone else who goes through that know that they're not alone and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Also, under no circumstance, let anyone tell you that you're not good enough. Anybody. That could be your parents, your friends. In my case, it was my teacher. Nobody has the right to tell you that you're not good enough. You are. And just let all that noise, just tune it out. And also, I would like to say that it feels like you're alone and nobody will understand, but it is extremely imperative that you go out and get the help that you do need. It does not mean you're weak. It just means that the baggage that you're carrying is a little heavy and you need that slight support. It could be a friend, it could be a teacher. I know that in spite of having one teacher who put me there, I had another who helped me, held my hand and helped me come out of it. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Shraddha. We have a reading of the excerpt from One More Story, and for that, I have here Ms. Bulbul Bhattacharji, an educator, an influencer, I would say, social media. She was the influencer, but she did it on in smaller lots, in the classroom, with the students. The best thing that she knows how to do that, and she has done that consistently, persistently over years now. Ms. Bulbul Bhattacharji.
Well, I don't think it's about me today. It's about them. So, my congratulations to both of you for 7 personas of Eve. In fact, while Tahira was reading the extract, I have been lucky enough to, I think, read these stories before. I have been extremely close to Anju ma'am, and we've had we continue having a wonderful journey together. And it gives me great pleasure to read these stories because I know from where they come. And I have a privilege to read one of the stories which I know is closest to her. And it's an honor to think for me, for her to think that I could do justice to the extract of this story. I just want to say that, it's 7 personas of Eve, but we all know there are more than 50 personas to Eve. So while I read this extract, I wish you all the best for the next book, which will be called The Next 7 Personas of Eve. Today's generation can't read, thick books. So let's come out with it piecemeal.
Start reading. This is like really bad.
So, yeah. But I think you really thought of marketing this well. That first is the first 7 personas, and I'm sure both of you will come out with the next 7 personas. So, let me carry on with the reading. This is from a story which is